Hello everyone. I guess today I'll be doing a Spider-Man movie tier list, villains, best to worst or whatever. And yeah, I think this is from 1, 2, 3, Amazing 1 and Amazing 2. And uh, I think also the is there Vulture? I think this is Vulture. Yeah, this is Vulture. So I guess yeah, there's Mysterio. So also the Andrew, no, Tom Holland ones, and of course Spider-Verse given Kingpin. So I guess let's start. This guy who barely makes an appearance in Spider-Verse, G, because he does nothing except just fight a few fights. Miss, and I guess I'll put the bad ones out of the way. The Rhino guy barely does anything. Who could have done more, I guess, in the Amazing Spider-Man 3, but they canceled it and whatnot. So rip. Doc Ock in the alternate dimension, who's a girl, female. C, like she doesn't do that much overall. She just is chased after and taken down or something. So this one is a S. It's like Spider-Man 2 is one of pretty much one of the top two, most people say, out of all the Spider-Man movies. And yeah, it's thankful because of like a classic comic book villain. Like you can, like he wanted to do something nice, screwed up, lost his wife, and then the arms, and yeah, it's just classic, very cool. Um, Prowler, I'd give it an A actually, because like given the backstory and like Miles Morales' uncle, like the whole backstory and the emotional parts and like Spider-Verse, like I'd say he's a very solid villain. Like he's a chill guy, like when his mask is off, but then and like he could have killed Miles, but he didn't. But Kingpin shot him. Like I'd give Kingpin a B. It's like you could like it's solid. He's a solid villain for sure, but I don't know. It's like yeah, you could see his motivations behind like trying to bring his family back and all, but aside from that, he just does stuff. Like he's a pretty good villain overall, but I don't know if I'd put him in the A tier. Eh. Mysterio, I'd put in the B tier, another like basically a Tony Stark reject or whatnot, and it's pretty cool. Some cool abilities, some overall like, a solid villain, not like the worst out there. Electro is C. It's not that strong actually. Basically has a losing record against Spider-Man. Um, yeah, I guess I don't know. Some of his abilities are cool, but it's a bit weird. Um, Green Goblin, Green Goblin from the Amazing Spider-Man. Obviously, it's this D. Like he wants a cure or whatever. He loses company or whatnot. He wants Spider-Man. Blah blah. I don't know. Just really forgettable. Nah. I think this guy's from the guy from the Amazing Spider-Man. No, Far From Home. No, Homecoming. One of the weapons guys with who was with Vulture. Barely does anything, so I'd give it D because not really a villain. And in Vulture, I'd give a like I play it like if Kingpin is like between A and B, like Vulture's upper end of B is just solid, I guess. It's jokes moment when like he was like Liz's dad and all. He's cool. Um, Green Goblin from Spider-Man 1. It was kind of me jokes, but I enjoyed the performance. Seemed like a real villain actually. Like given like the year it came out, is a pretty solid villain overall. Kingpin's right hand man, I think. Like D, like barely see him do anything. Um, James, whoever I think no Osborn from Harry from like the Tobey Maguire series. Like I won't say he's actually a villain, but I'd put him beside his dad. Like I'd put him like around C or D, but I guess as a villain, his like upper end of C. Like he's not that good. He's only a villain for like a few minutes. Sandman D, like yeah, has a cool backstory and all that kind of stuff, but I don't know, I don't really see him as a villain that much. Lizard, pretty creepy, weird CGI stuff from Amazing Spider-Man. Like you could understand like his doctor, he loses his funding, just like Mr. Osborn guy. Like he injects himself with lizard stuff, and I don't know. Eddie Brock, like I'd say is better than all these, so I put him to C for that. It's like pretty much D plus, and yeah. So basically, yeah, I wouldn't even put like the Prowler guy in A, but like I don't know, he's yeah, I'd put him in B now. Like I guess this is my tier list. Like most of these villains aren't really they're okay, like most of them are okay-ish, but the rest are just side villains from the movie, or either basically like villains that are just stuck into the movie, like Sandman, Venom, like just too much at once. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Thanks for watching. See you next time.